Let's take a look at First Alert Radar Network overlaid on top of the severe weather risk, and you can see this blob, a shade of green and yellow, indications of that marginal to slight risk. So not a guarantee for seeing severe weather, but gives you an indication here. This goes until 6 a.m. on Tuesday. Storms have to move from west to east, so for us, the end of the time frame more than likely where we'll see the possibility of some stronger to severe weather. So overnight into the early morning start for tomorrow may be our time frame that we're going to be watching for. In the meantime, we're dealing with some of these passing lighter showers, not detecting any lightning, so these aren't thunderstorms as of yet, but you can see them lifting from south to north across the area, and you can see with Futurecast how it continues with these widely scattered showers lifting off towards the north as we head into the evening hours. So that'll start to impact areas north of the interstate corridor shortly after 5:30, and then 6-7 o'clock, drifting continually into southwestern Mississippi. Futurecast gives us a little bit of a break, a lull in the action for kind of mid to late evening hours, brings a few more of these streamer-like showers back into the area, and then you see the complex of showers and storms weakening and trying to work its way into southeast Louisiana as we head into that early morning start. But as you can see here, the HRRR really keeping things fairly dry, does try to develop a few more showers and storms as we get towards the afternoon. So very low end threat right now in terms of any active weather. All forms of severe weather remain possible just because of the ingredients of the atmosphere, but bottom line, damaging wind would probably be the primary concern if we were to see any thunderstorms pop. A brief heavy downpour, but we haven't seen rain in the past couple of days, so our ground can absorb it pretty easily. If we see any hail, it would be fairly small, and any tornado threat would be very brief and very small in nature. Here's a look at the hour-by-hour forecast for tomorrow. You can still see mild to start in the mid to upper 60s. We're still going to close in on 80 degrees for an afternoon high. So tomorrow we're not seeing the temperature change over. It's really tomorrow evening we start to see a more stiffer fall in terms of that temperature as the front moves through. So you can see rain chances kind of hour by hour. We're sprinkling a slightly better rain chance early in the afternoon. We pick up some daytime heat, maybe sparking off a few showers and storms, and then kind of during that pre-dawn hour where we could see a few more of those scattered showers and thunderstorms. But by the time we get towards Tuesday evening, we'll end all the rainfall expectations. And here's a look at how much rainfall we could see with a couple of our forecast models. This is the graph model where you see the blue shades of color. That is basically under an inch of rainfall, where you see the green shade of color or beyond. That is above 1 inch of rainfall. So most of our maps illustrating less than an inch of rain. So we are not anticipating any flood concerns. So limited severe weather concerns, really not anticipating any flood concerns. Looks like we'll get through this just fine with any localized issues. Let's give you a first alert to the Thanksgiving holiday forecast. And yeah, we're going to be shaping up to see some improving weather conditions as we dry things out, clear skies up, and really deal with some pretty comfortable temperatures. It's going to be comfortably cool. You may want the light jacket for whatever festivities you may have, but it's not going to keep you maybe from eating outside if you've got that big family gathering and don't have enough room for everybody inside. You can see sunshine icons in place all through the daylight hours, and then clear nights icons for the evening. So it's going to be a beautiful looking day, and yeah, that daytime high of 63 is going to feel quite nice and feel quite festive, I think, for a lot of folks that have been hoping for this cooler weather trend. Then as you transition maybe into the Black Friday frame of mind, if you're going to be out for some midnight shopping, have the heavier jackets, because temperatures from Thursday into Friday morning dropping down into the upper 30s. It's another cool day on Friday before we see some temperature moderation heading into the weekend. But there's a lot of uncertainty early next week as another surge of cold air tries to work its way in. Could it transition into some showers and thunderstorm potential going into the end of the weekend, early next week? We'll fine tune that part of the forecast as we get a little bit closer.